And we're back. What's going on, fellow YouTubers and YouTubettes, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you want to be called. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. It's been kind of crazy with the move, and it's funny, speaking of the move, and been hard times. My little gas zipper, the actual only car that's kind of family compatible around here. My truck's down. I think I mentioned that in the video about the transfer case. Corvette, that's just not holding a whole lot of people. So our little Ford Fiesta. I'm gonna be honest with everybody, because I've told a lie for a while now. Instead of hitting a deer, I ran over a deer, which caused the radiator, or not the radiator, but the radiator fan to bust. Okay, cool, whatever. So I made it to work. Worked all day. Got out. Checked it out. Didn't think too much about it, about the radiator fan. Decided to stop at Sheets, get some gas, and heard it. It was just a wailing away. So what the fuck is that? I got out, look, sure enough, fan's broke. So I kind of tied it up. I had a phone cord, so I tied it up with phone cord or whatnot, and thought, hey, good enough. Get me home. It ain't hitting the radiator with me tied up, this and that. My dumbass wasn't looking. So I tied it to a hose that basically wasn't connected to anything. So all fine and dandy. I get home. Well, my kid's mother needs to use the car. Go to Roanoke. We live here in Rocky Mountain now. To go to Roanoke to go get some school supplies and clothes for the kids or whatever. This has been about a month ago. So she gets about, I don't know, eighth a mile, quarter mile, half a mile into her trip, and she's like, hey, calls me up and is like, hey, the red light's on. I said, what do you mean the red light's on? She said, it looks like a little thermometer thing. I said, I know what that is. It's probably just low on a little bit of water, from where I hit the deer, and shit probably come out the spew can. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Not thinking good enough, because I'm pretty sharp on everything that comes to an automobile, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna be honest, it's my fault. So she gets here in town and calls me again. She said, I done pulled over. It's smoking. Yada yada yada. This and that. So me and Doughboy hop in the vet, and we roll on down, to town. And sure enough, the car wouldn't start. And I was like, oh shit, okay, whatever. Long story short, because I'm rambling, head gasket was blown. So I put some of this shit in there, cleaned out the system or whatnot, did all that, and it worked. I mean, it worked. According to the directions, it says, keep putting more in, this and that. If it's not working right, whatever, yada yada. I just did an oil change on this thing like 3 or 4 days before. I put a Wix filter on it. Keep that in mind for the story later. So did an oil change on it. Put that stuff in there. Shit ran fine. Of course, it kind of recommends to use straight water so it seals when it's cold. Yada yada yada. So I did that. Well, it's summertime. So I drove to work a couple days. Thing's not smoking. It's running really well. And I knew that I needed to go get some coolant, which I was going to do that day once I got back, here to town. And sure enough, I got about, I don't know, halfway, and the temperature light came on. What the fuck? So the temperature light came on, I pulled over and never got it started again. Shit worked for a few days. It's my fault. The fucking water boiled, evaporated, and was out of the system by that time. So, long story short, been fucking with that thing. It's still fucked up. I had to order a kit to line up the timing and this and that. Worked like a charm. Did everything of it. I've had that motor apart probably like 4 times now. Like cam showing, freaking all the drive gear off of it and everything. So holler at your boy if you need a Fiesta worked on. I don't know if something got hot or whatever. It keeps throwing a code. Like this one code just facilitates, I don't know, 6 or 7 problems. So I've tried to eliminate a few of those, but going to the junkyard, just switching out, parts for parts. And I think it's off a tooth, which I can't understand with it sitting top dead center. So I drove the vet to work almost a month, which is probably pretty good because I never transferred over the tables from the learn to the base. And it is 45 miles from my house to work, 45 miles back home. So that's 90 miles a day that I'm driving a car, which to me, if that's going to do anything and learn, it's a pretty fucking healthy little spree. So I need to sit down now and transfer the learn tables to the base tables in the vet. So anyway, been driving a blue car. It's off the tooth timing. A little low on power. I mean, she runs. I had to do it. Baby's mom's got to kind of use it to go back and forth to work. She didn't work for like 3 weeks, dude. So we got behind. We're literally like behind on every fucking bill. No bullshit. Like working, like her not working, us having to put a shit ton of money into fixing a throwaway car, basically. I'm not happy about it. So, I mean, we're late on all of our bills. And like I said, you can reference back to video number 1. I'm going to be pretty transparent with you guys. So it's been kind of depressing around here at the house. Struggling on money. One vehicle actually working. I mean, I could throw the vet on the road and ride it back and forth to work, but man, that will tear that car up. Plus, it was costing me like $30 a day to go to work and back. I can't afford that. So, trying to maybe get the truck fixed, this and that. This is going to be a multi-part video of I've got a project that I want to do, and it's where we're going to have to cut a hole in it. And this thing's been sitting up for probably off the car for 2 years. I just like sprayed the fuck out of it. Like it's been through a move and everything. Sprayed the fuck out of it to get as much dust and grime off of it, and then washed it with some, what is it? Chemical Guys citrus wash. That's the shit that I don't like using. I like using the purple shit. Whatever the fuck it is. The body wash purple. Come on, bitch. Get out of there. Yeah, that. So I like using that on this car. But that wasn't an option right now. Yes, there's water on the floor because of me washing the hood and stuff. So I used that and took the air compressor, blew it off, kind of let it sit and dry a little bit more. And the paint on the car kind of sucks too. The clear coat The clear coat is thick enough because it's got orange peel and everything else. That probably I got a guy that's going to come over and look at it. Shout out to my boy Red Harris. Um, he's probably 10 times a better body guy than I am / painter. I did used to paint cars. I don't like fucking with black cars, to be honest. That's probably why this one's going to be either painted or wrapped here soon. But I got to cut a hole in this hood. And after doing just washing it off, I used actual rainwater because it was raining like hell here just a little while ago. And I used rainwater, washed it off, sprayed it off with the garden hose really hard because we got some really good water pressure here. Oh man, it looks terrible through this camera. You know, not even, you can't tell doesn't look this bad in person. So I used all means necessary, spraying it hard as hell with the water hose. Like I said, we got really good water pressure, so it was like last notch on pressure wash mode. Then used rainwater, washed all that, washed all the hose water off of it, just kind of poured it on it. And this thing is just water stained. There's water stains in this. I guess it's from acid rain. But you figure if I can get this side and this side kind of cut, this side out of there. I mean, it's got a hell of a shine on it. It's just, you can see I wouldn't see this in real life, all the imperfections. That is horrible. Anyway, all the center section is going to come out. The only thing that I'm worried about is, because I'm going to actually record this, and when I go to cut this, I'm going to put it on like time lapse, because that seems like what everybody's doing these days. I know I've been slacking. If I had $1,500, like, if somebody wants to be generous and send me a 6-8 inch Sunoco hood, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, all that right there in the middle is going to have to get taken out, which kind of scares me because, like, I don't know how far. I'm going to have to get somebody over here to probably help me set this hood on the car. What I want to do first, though, is make it, I'm probably not even going to set the hood on the car. I'm going to make a template of the whole hood out of cardboard and then set it on the car. But I'm just kind of concerned with the line here, because I've seen a guy actually cut his Corvette hood. It didn't have any of this. It didn't have any of that. It was straight cut on out. So that tells me, like, how the fuck when you go to shut the hood, do you just put a prop stick on it and, like, say screw the shocks? Not even use the shocks, because you've got to have two people close the hood. If you cut that out, you're gonna break it in half. So it's a prop stick without the shocks, and just let it down real slow, and then I guess take your hand over here and just, of course that's like that on my deck lid. My deck lid's got a hell of a spring for some reason. Just maybe push that side down and then come over here and push that side down. I don't know, it's a theory. It's a thought. My camera mount just broke. Ain't that something? So yeah, a lot of things been going on. One of the reasons, well, all of the reasons, because I'm not gonna fuck with it. Reasons of doing this is I got a ticket in the vet, and I don't condone to this. And kids, if you're watching, please don't do what I do at home. It's sort of like Derek Bieri on Vice Grip Garage. I'm an idiot. But I drove this car for almost a full month with the tags off the Fiesta with a bad inspection sticker from like 2021, and made it home all great. But one Friday, I was late for work, coming home. Well, the gas gauge don't work because it runs off the Holly. Uh, I got 3/4 of the way home, ran out of gas, so I decided to take like the third exit. And if you take like the third exit, you're like bypassing everything. You're bypassing town, and you can just come up behind town and go down the back street and be right there at my house. I was like, well, I'll do that. I've been going through town a few days. I need to go through the back way. Fuck, turned down the road. Guess what? Sheriff sitting right there. Got me. He was pretty cool with the car though. It was weird because he was all happy and jacked up and impressed. His ex-wife got her husband, whatever it was. Maybe it was her husband. I can't remember. He went and bought a 2023, I guess, C8, and he was all like hyped about it and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? This dude's hyper about. And then he proceeded to say, oh, this body style was my favorite Corvette and everything else. Guys, this is my 4th Corvette, and I hate this fucking body. I wish we would have kind of just dropped the dime and bought a C6. C6 is like my favorite between C6 and C1. It was like a 64, 65. Bomb. Love them. Anyway, I'm off subject like a champ. This video is going to be quite a few parts because I'm going to show y'all how to cut a hood. Probably not the right way, but a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do because I need to get this thing inspected so I don't have to pay a hefty fucking fine from the state of Virginia for an inspection sticker. He was pretty cool though. He didn't give me a ticket for the tags being belonging to another vehicle. We kind of compromised. He was excited about the car, which, I'm happy about his excitement because it makes me excited to even talk about it. I love talking about anything that I got or what I'm doing or projects or, whatever. I'm kind of free, open-minded. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot off of here. And like I said, this hood's destroyed. Ain't wise. The whole car kind of looks like this, where it sat for so many years, and then I sprayed the fuck out of it and tried washing it with a microfiber cloth in a sense, which kind of pisses me off though. Speaking of that, because I was going to bring this up, the lady that I got it from, I don't understand why. My car, this car, the Corvette, it does not have a salvage title. It does not have an R, it doesn't have a T, it doesn't have a QPY, XYZ. Whatever the fuck that is. CQDX, CQDX. But, there's been talk about, my car having a bad title. Doesn't have a bad title. I'll show it to you. You want to come buy it? You want to come trade it? You want to come do whatever? I'm open-minded. The lady that I got the car from, I don't know if it was her or the previous owner, but the car, I think, I've probably said it in some videos, and I just can't remember. The car was red, and I think it's scarlet. I'm not sure. I think there was like 2 or 3 reds. We're not gonna tell. The fucking body style. I love it, but I'm tired of the flip-up headlight type shit. Car was red, and they painted it black. They did a good job. Everything's black. Fenders, inside fenders. It's like they took the car apart and painted it fucking black. Door jambs, inside the door jambs. But then you look, certain places, rock chips, behind the wheel wells on the rear tires, door jam, door handles, stuff like that. You can see that it was red. And black, you know, it's so hard to take care of. It really is. So, like I said, I hope after we cut this hood, my buddy comes over and looks at the car and everything, and maybe he'll hook me up and buff this thing for me, because I painted cars for years, and I would pay people to fucking actually buff the black where it got trash in the paint and stuff. Because once you start, it's like slow mo of, oh yeah, I'm getting the, you know, swirl out of it with this, you know, I went from rubbing compound down to, you know, hang glaze, down to, you know, this and that. And me, no, that shit be swirled the fuck up looking milky as fuck. So I pay people to do black. That sounds kind of weird. It's not racist or anything. I love y'all. So yeah, multi-part video, and we're gonna try to record everything and document it. Wish I would have did the little blue car. I never did a dual overhead cam vehicle before, and I got into a lot of mess with that car. It took me, like, between waiting on parts and fixing it, it was almost 3 weeks of working on a car instead of standing there and staring at it. So holler at your boy if you need your Fiesta fixed, Focus, whatever, 1.6 liter, send it to me. But I'm gonna get off here. I hope y'all have a good night, good day at work. If you're having a Saturday, have a good Saturday. Pray to the Lord on Sunday. If you're working on Sunday, then hey, make the best of it. Laugh. If you get bored and you don't have nothing to do, what we always say, get out in the garage, sweep the floors, because damn, mine are not looking too hot right now. Too much water. Too much water and dust and cobwebs. I'm not liking the spider situation here. Peace.